The Black Swan dating and relationship rules for 2022. Yes. Hello and welcome to the Black Swan Relationship Academy. My name is Chengi. I am the CEO and founder of the Black Swan Relationship Academy and course creator, your auntie, your sister, whatever you need me to be, so that you can present as a high value, high status, high worth woman that high quality men find completely irresistible. If that sounds good to you, then you are on the right channel. Welcome. You are so loved, my beautiful Black Swan. Okie dokie. I come to you every single year at the beginning of the year with a video just setting the pace and really creating the mood for the dating atmosphere. I love the dating and relationship world. It's dynamic, it moves. Everybody thinks that we just stay the same, but as we as humans evolve and grow, we get smarter, we get sneakier, we evolve and we grow, and so does how we relate to other people. So relationships are very dynamic by nature, and they're always moving, they're always changing, we're always shifting, we're always trying to be better versions of ourselves. The person that you were before you watched this video is going to be slightly different from the person that you will be after you finish watching it, because you have subjected yourself to a thought, an idea that may or may not shift your perspective, even if it's in a very minute way. So indeed, so will relationships, so will how you will approach men in 2022. So having learned a lot of lessons in 2021, having spoken to hundreds of women, thousands of women in 2021, I can definitely put down some of the themes and some of the lessons that we learned in 2021 within the dating and relationship world, certainly from my perspective and my observation. And then we're going to talk about some of the lessons we can take with us into 2022 and some of the absolute do's and don'ts. Now, obviously the rules is only for the video is for the video title. In reality, we don't do rules here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. We learn how to become high value women and date from that place, and we obviously teach you principles that are not hard and fast, but definitely principles that will allow what is on the inside to shine on the outside. So let's get started. Principle number one: in 2022, ladies, we will not be signing any covert contracts. Now, we discussed that in the Nice Girl Rehab, which is now available for you to download on my website at Chengi's at blackswanrelationshipacademy.com, and you'll be able to download that because it's a really wonderful course. We spoke about covert contracts, and anyone who was in the challenge knows how covert contracts work. But basically, and I've spoken about it on this channel before, covert contracts are the contracts that we make without having actual conversations. You know, these are the contracts where if I do a little bit of this for you, you would do a little bit of that for me, but no one actually discusses it. A covert contract happens all the time, even in the workplace. We get a job that we love, and no one promises you a raise, nobody promises you a promotion, but you just figure, if I come into this organization, work my butt off, show my value, show my worth, I will definitely be up for promotion. But those conversations were never had, and so you get overlooked every single year for the new girl or the new guy that walked in, and you're wondering what the hell happened, and you feel entitled, but you actually can't say anything because you were never promised anything. So it's just this horribly unfair situation that you're experiencing in the workplace. And we have that in relationships as well. We have covert contracts when we're dealing with men. We have unspoken contracts that men and women have together, and I'm going to do a video more expounding on that. But the only way that we can not, and covert contracts allow us to be led on, strung along, have our time wasted, because all a man really has to do is signal and send you little signals to make you believe that something real can happen, and because you want to believe it, you sign a covert contract. You start to think, wow, because you have driven all the way from halfway across the world to come and see me, you must really, really like me and must be really, really after a relationship. And he knows that that effort is going to be read as such. And so you think, well, he can't surely just be a player if he made the effort, so I'm going to sleep with him. I'm going to, just lower my standards, just compromise my boundaries a little bit, because clearly he wants a piece of this. He definitely wants a piece of this. And so this is a covert contract. He never actually said anything about being in a serious relationship, in a relationship. What he really wanted, those conversations were not had, but you are coming up with all sorts of reasons in your head. And so we're not going to be signing any covert contracts. We're not going to go out of our way for anybody with the assumption that they will go out of their way for us when we need them. We're not going to give with the assumption that we'll be appreciated. We're not going to do anything without having an overt contract, sitting down and actually having a conversation. We're not going to be afraid of conversations in 2022, because ladies, this is how we keep ourselves safe in a very toxic and very painful and difficult dating space. We have to navigate with light. We have to turn on our torches so that we can navigate the dark space that has now become the dating and relationship world. And so being clear, having your own clarity, and communicating your needs and your desires, whether it's for a long-term relationship, is very, very important. Now, we know that we're not going to go straight in there and say, I want you to be my husband, I want you to be the father of my children, but it is perfectly fine for you to be clear about your intentions for dating. I'm actually looking for something profound and meaningful with somebody that may potentially end in marriage. You're not saying, I want that from you. You don't have the energy signature that says, I'll take it from anybody who's ready to offer it. You're simply saying, this is what I'm here for on the market, and therefore I'm going to be clear, and I want to be clear about what you want. We're not going to make any assumptions or play any game. Point number 2. We are going to trust ourselves. Yes, ladies, a lot of the stuff that walked into my office, that walked into my life, was a lot of us not trusting our gut instinct, not trusting that first signal, that first message, thinking that maybe we're not quite reading it right, second guessing ourselves. Do we sometimes get it wrong? Yes, if we don't understand the dating and relationship world, and if we're not invested in understanding and getting into the courses and getting into the academy and really investing in our education and learning, of course we're going to misread some signs. But if you are invested in your learning, if you are doing the work, trust yourself. Trust that you have grown. Trust that you know a rat when you see a rat. Trust that when it smells like a rat, looks like a rat, sounds like a rat, it's a rat. Trust that you've done enough work on yourself and gone enough of the way to know when this is just not right and to walk away. Okay, so we're going to learn the practice of trusting ourselves, and we'll be doing some courses in the academy. I'll be working on a lot of courses in the academy that are really going to help us learn to trust ourselves. And I've got a really exciting course coming up for you in February, and that is the whole playbook of the Black Swan. I have finally decided to sit down and put in one course, in one place, a systematic way that a Black Swan dates. Okay, like, this is amazing. I have finally decided to do that for you. So look forward to that course. But when you've done that course, you will learn to trust yourself. If you have done any of the courses, emotional mastery, you will learn to trust yourself. This is what the academy is for. Number 3, we're gonna move with more compassion for ourselves. Okay, ladies, that horrible self-talk, that whole "you're such an idiot," "how do you not see that coming, you stupid idiot, you absolute fool," listen to me. Look forward to the rest of my videos, because we're going to be talking about a lot of this self-talk, a lot of this stuff that often comes from the traumas, from, a critical parent. It all has a history, and this is why it's so important that you watch the healing playlist and you really enroll in the academy. And I've got something really exciting for you again soon coming up about the academy that will allow all of you to be a part of the academy and do all the learning that you need to do. But at this point, we're going to learn how to show ourselves some compassion. You are not an idiot because you were seeking love and connection. You are not an idiot because somebody deceived you. You are not an idiot because you were vulnerable at the time. Let's call things what they are. Often it's vulnerability. Often it's an unmet need that we need to have met, that that person seems to promise to meet. Often is something a lot more noble, a need to reach out to another human being, a need to belong to a community, to a person. These are all noble and good things, but we seem to punish ourselves severely when we give them to the wrong person, because most of the time it's not that what we're doing is wrong, it's that we're giving it to the wrong person. So we need to learn how to vet and be more compassionate with ourselves. And number 4, we are not matching energy. This is something that I put on my Instagram post. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure that you do, because it comes fresh from the soul. Okay, there's no production behind that. Well, kind of with the branding, but it's pretty much whatever comes to my soul at the time that I feel I want to share. And I had a conversation with you ladies on Instagram about this. You know, at the end of the day, it's not about matching energy. You know, in 2021, I was like, you know what, we're going to match the energy. If they don't talk to you, you're not talking to them. If they don't do this, listen, that's just was fantastic strategy for 2021, but we all know that that is exhausting. If you are at a stage in your life where you want to meet and marry the man of your dreams, if you are in a place in your life where you want a companion for life, if you're in a place in your life where you really want something real, profound and meaningful, then it's so, so, so important that we change and flow with the dynamic. We are in an age right now where we really have to cut through a lot of the BS. We've got to cut through a lot of the nonsense. And we can do that in a high value feminine way. We can do that as beautiful ladies. We can do that respectfully. We can do that well in a well-mannered way, but we've got to do it. Okay, so let's really kind of think. I am not going to match any behavior of anybody who is vibrating on a lower frequency than I. If I am happy, if I am in a good place and space and I feel positive about my life and I'm working on being happy and being full of myself so that I can have loads of me left over to give to other people. If I'm in that space and I'm loving you and showing up and being authentic, not needy, but truly present, honest about my feelings at every single point, and feminine in my way, and you can't match that, and you come with low level energy, and you come with games, and you come with wishy-washy on and off mixed signals, baby, we got to go. Okay, we're not entertaining or trying to match energy. It becomes toxic, it brings you down. So if the energy is not right, don't match it, keep it moving. That's what we're doing in 2022. We are keeping it moving. Okay, if you don't come at me with solid, honest, authentic energy that matches my energy, and then we're going to keep it moving. If your energy is you're obsessed with me and I'm kind of making up my mind and you're like too much, then again, I am not going to force myself to like you because you like me, right? We want matching energy, we want resonance, and we won't take anything other than resonance. And it sounds like, oh my goodness, but we have to really pierce through, because I truly believe that the man for you is absolutely waiting for you, but you just have to get through all of the other stuff and all of the other options that are clearly being presented to you as a test to see whether you are truly ready for what you say you were ready for. So no matching energy, ladies. Then number 5, a man who makes it obvious he's not into you. Look, if he's not returning your calls, if he's taking 4,500 hours to get back to you, if he seems uninterested when you're on the phone, his energy is a bit kind of bored, he's really distracted and only calls you or texts you when you text him back, it's a little bit like number 4. We're gonna cut out that energy. We're gonna cut out that man who is just making it obvious. He's really just not making an effort. All he's doing is breadcrumbing, sticking around, just orbiting your energetic field. You know, I really want you to watch the energy masterclass. I really want you to download that. I want you to commit a whole weekend, because it's quite a long course, but it really breaks it down. I want you to understand orbiting and looping energy and all the stuff that I talk about, because it's going to help you understand what is going on. We want to clear our energy field. We want to make sure that there isn't anybody or anything in our field and in our sphere that could in any way, shape or form be kind of stopping what we really want to come to us. Okay, we are not going to, this is number 6, we will not be accepting low to no investment dates. I'm going to explain this to you, and this is something that is going to be in the Black Swan dating black book. I haven't started what I'm quite calling it yet, but the high value dating strategies, right? We're going to talk about low and no investment date. We're going to talk about the different types of dates, and we're going to talk about, you know, in the Black Swan Nation, you know, I teach the ladies and the coaches, and I teach the ladies that the high investment, middle investment, low investment dates. And low investment dates are dates where no real effort, no real planning, no real energy is invested, and absolutely no money is put on the table. Okay, so he wants to take a walk, he wants to hike on a first date with you up the mountain, and then take a walk by the beach and walk you to your car. That's a no. He wants to, you know, I don't know, a low investment date is like a coffee date. You know, what would you gonna do with that? Three pounds something, I don't know. What's a coffee? Okay, he just wants to invite you out for a coffee. Now I get it, girls, I get it. I absolutely get it. There's such a culture for men just asking girls out for coffees, and that's usually when men are really kind of sifting through women at 100 miles an hour. Now, a man who is doing that, a man who is trying to keep his expenses low because he's just like literally just doing the numbers game, this is not a high value guy. This is a man who doesn't value his time, who doesn't value his energy, doesn't really value himself. Because a man that truly values himself is not gonna give an inkling of his time and attention to just some random girl that's gonna cost him a coffee. A man who is high value and quality understands the principle of investment, understands that, you know, we only ever invest in the things that we truly are interested in, things that we're truly curious about, things that we see value in, and then we take the time, the effort to invest in those things. So you really don't want to be with a guy that is really putting minimal to zero effort. We're not doing that. Listen, it's completely up to you, okay? I'm not a dictator out here. It's lake, in this beautiful Swan Lake, right? I'm not a dictator. I am just trying to let you know what it takes to be a high value feminine woman. What can I say? Okay. So it's not, you know, for the guys who might be watching this, or anybody who might be watching this, it's not about the money, it's about the investment. And yes, we know that men and their money are intrinsically connected. So we know that when men spend their money, they really are tugging on their heart, because we know that men and their money are one and the same thing. So we really want to see that investment. We want to see a man really pull that investment out of himself. It's not because some of us, especially many of us who are Black Swans, cannot afford anything. Most of us can afford to buy ourselves anything we want, and many of us can afford to take ourselves wherever we want to go. So it's never really about that. For us, it's not trying to keep a few pennies in our pockets. It's really to do with seeing how invested a man is in you. Take it or leave it, that's how it is. Okay, the next one is, we've spoken about this, but I really want to emphasize it again, which is point number 7, rapid elimination. Okay, we need to eliminate rapidly, right? This is very, very important. We spend a lot of time in 2021 giving our energy and our time to men that were really not quite what we want. They don't really fit our core needs. They don't really fit our non-negotiables. They don't really fit our desire. They're just not in the ballpark of what we want. And yes, we're going to be talking about duty dating and real dating when we do the dating strategies, and you're going to understand the difference. But this is neither one of these two. This is just, while I'm going to date 100 guys and one of them will be right, I'm going to give every guy an opportunity because, well, it was recommended by friends. I'm just going to, you know, go through the whole, you know, I'm just going to forage my way through the amount of men that come my way and hopefully find one. This is a waste of your time. Playing the numbers game is a rookie mistake. This is really for women that really don't know their worth, who don't know their value. And of course, if you are here, it's because you're trying to be that girl who knows her worth and her value, or you're already that girl. So you're on the right channel. Stick around. Make sure you subscribe. I'm so excited to be back. Okay, the next one is we're going to grow. Black Swans, we are going to grow. I've already said to my team, and we had a wonderful meeting yesterday, I said to them, look, it's the level up game for us. Everybody grows this year. I want to see growth. I want to see growth. I want to be able to look at you. I want to be able to look at your videos. I want to be able to look at your clients. I want to be able to look at your work. And I want to see growth. I need that growth to be palpable. And that's because growth is a sign of life. Because what is not growing is dying. And I know that none of my black swans are dying. And no one wants to date a dead woman. Okay, if you are stagnant, if you've looked the same for 100 years, you've never changed your style, you're the same size, the same weight, the same this, the same body shape, the same body composition, you are just stagnant. If somebody was to meet you 10 years from now, they're still talking to the same woman. People should not be able to, people who know you in your past shouldn't recognize you. Even conversations that you have, even the way you move, you should be always on an upward trajectory. And that starts with what we put in here and what we allow to live in here. Okay, it's those feelings that we allow to live that are not going to build us, that are not going to grow us, and the thoughts that we entertain in here. And this is where I'm going to be doing so much work in the academy, because I really want you to level up, and I can't require it of you if I do not provide you with the tools to do that. And so we are all, including myself, on a growth journey. This is the time where we really consider hiring a therapist, hiring a counselor, hiring a coach. This is the level up year. This is the year where we go levels. And I'm not talking about just a level. We're going to be leveling up, because I truly believe that the man that you crave and the man that you deserve is levels up. Okay, sometimes we're like quarreling with God, we're upset with God, where's my husband, where's my man? And God is like, he's 4 levels up. Okay, he's 4 levels up in discipline, 4 levels up in etiquette, 4 levels up in growth, 4 levels up in kindness, 4 levels up in healing. You know, God is like, look, I got your man, but he's up here. Okay, you're still down there, so let's level up. So I want you to think about your level up journey, not just about, you know, oh my God, I'm going to choose a better guy. I want you to think of your level up journey as there's a man waiting for me on level 4. And I'm still level 1, so I need to do the work. I need to grow. I need to get a coach. I need to refine myself. I need to change my style. Whew, we're here for you, ladies. We're here for you for that growth journey. So we are going to grow. No excuses, none whatsoever are allowed in the Black Swan Relationship Academy. Not in the Black Swan universe. Definitely not in the Black Swan Nation. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do this year, I want to see, and I'm going to encourage you all to really date honestly and authentically. This is what I mean. You know, the time where we show up to try and meet the need of the man in front of us at the absolute, inconvenience or abandonment of our needs in the moment, it's gotta end. We've got to be honest about what we truly love, need, and deserve. We need to be honest about what we're looking for. Like I said in the beginning, I want to see more of an open dating culture, where people just tell each other the truth. Listen, I truly believe that there are a lot of women that are happy to hook up. Loads of women. Tons of women that are out here doing, you know what, I've just left a marriage and I just don't want anything serious right now. Women who've come out of terrible breakups and they just want to get over an ex. Am I saying these things are healthy? I am not making a judgment. I am simply saying that these women are available to men that are after a hookup. And amongst those women are beautiful women, smart women, whatever, all versions of women exist in the hookup culture, and maybe they don't want to be there forever, but maybe that's just something that they want to do for the minute. Let him go and do that. Don't ever feel that if you're not up for it. And there are men who are after that, and it's okay. Everybody's got the right to live their best life, whatever that is. Everybody has a right to be who they are. And you have every right to choose a man that meets your needs and meets your requirements. So I really want you to think about, how can I truly show up in an honest way? Because if I am honest, chances are I'm going to attract somebody that is going to be honest with me. And when we're talking about honesty here, ladies, we've got to understand that we have to give ourselves permission to be honest, but also give the other person permission to be honest. We have to make it safe for a man to be honest with us. We can't be obsessed with, you know, he will hurt my feelings. You have to reassure him, listen, my feelings are not going to be hurt, but I really appreciate it if you would give me an honest answer to an honest question. Okay, and just ask the honest questions, right? Just ask what's on your mind. If you don't know how to do that in a high value feminine way, then we have the How to Talk to Men So They Listen masterclass, where I teach you in that masterclass how to say it in a high value feminine way. But we can always have conversations. We don't need to repress them, but I want you to be honest, because when you're dishonest about your needs, about your desires, about your wants, you will just end up entertaining a man that is only gonna hurt you, break your heart, lead you on, waste your time. We don't want any of that. I want healthy swans. I want to see my swans gliding across the lake of life, just happy as Larry, having a fantastic time. I want to see you glow. I want to see you wear your crowns, and I want to see you be so happy, and I want to be at your weddings. I'm so excited. There's so much going on in the Black Swan Nation right now. So many couples, so much love going on. I'm so grateful to God, and so grateful to you for trusting me with your love lives and with your journeys. So that's what I want to see more of, and I'm only going to see more of that if we are honest, and we show up honestly, because we will then attract those men that are honest and want the same things that we want. Last but not least, my beautiful swans, self-love. Self-love. I want us to love ourselves first and foremost. If anyone was in the Nice Girl Rehab, if there's anything that you learned, this is the most important thing. I was saying to a friend of mine yesterday, self-love and choosing ourselves is an act of worship. It's not worship of self. It's really worship of God, who created you to be beautiful and perfect in every way. It's saying, Lord, I see the wonder of me. I see the wonder of the creation of me. I see the beauty of the uniqueness of what makes me me. I respect it, I honor it, and guess what? I'm gonna pay attention to it. I'm really gonna pay attention to it and protect it from anything or anyone that does not honor it, because they don't honor it. They don't honor what you created. They don't honor your mighty hand. They don't honor your intelligence in making me. So I'm gonna love me. And when I love me, I'm gonna be so full of love that it's gonna overflow. It's gonna overflow to my world. It's gonna overflow to my children, to my friends. It's gonna overflow, because we can only give what we have. Please don't be deceived. You can never love anyone if you don't love yourself. If the idea of being alone horrifies you, it doesn't make you a bad person, but it's definitely an indicator that there's a hole and a hollowness, that you are not full, and you can't and have nothing to give. If a man was to walk into your life right now, you would drain him like a vampire. You would suck the blood out of him, because you are so empty, and you want the love to come from outside of yourself. And I've spent a lot of time having a lot of conversations on this, because so many of us are desperate to have love, but we don't realize that we are the ones who have to show ourselves love first, show ourselves favor, show ourselves preference, show ourselves compassion, show ourselves passion, connect with ourselves, spend time with ourselves, spoil ourselves, buy ourselves nice things, and discipline ourselves, exercise our body, eat well, love on yourself every single day. We owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our children, we owe it to the men that are coming into our lives who have so much love to add to ours. And we're going to create a bowl of love. We're going to bring our love, we're going to put it on the table, and he's going to bring his love, he's going to put it on the table, and the table is going to be so full of love. Like there'll be so much love on the table because he's so full of love. You are so full of love, and the table is full of love, and love is everywhere, and love is spilling on the floor, and the hungry can come and eat off the table of love. But if I come in hungry and thirsty and empty, then I have nothing to put on the table. And if he comes in the same with nothing to put, and no one can benefit from our love. And what is the point of love if people cannot benefit from it? What is the point of love if it cannot bring life to ourselves and everybody around us? I am so excited. This year we have so much going on in the academy. So much going on in the academy. It's gonna blow your mind. We're taking steps forward. I'm dying to tell you everything there is to say, but I am going to give you a little bit of a hint. We are going to be launching the Black Swan Academy for Men, and I know that you ladies are so excited. You're like, fantastic, because for years and years that I have been doing this work, you ladies have been saying, look, you're doing a great job with us, but you also have to help the guys. And as it happened in 2021, I just got an influx of men, and I decided to open my heart and to help out the boys too. And so I've had a fantastic time coaching the men and spending time with the men. I'm so excited. They're quality men, amazing men. So exciting. So we will be having the Black Swan Academy for Men, and I know some of the ladies are like, oh, my boyfriend could really use that, or my brother could use that. I'm excited because we're going to become a massive and beautiful community, but I will definitely keep you guys separate, at least for now. But we will have a lot of co-ed parties. We'll spend a lot of time. Who knows, you might be able to make a little bit of love in the Black Swan Relationship Academy. I am so excited. But you know, keep that plan in your prayers, and I've got so much more to come your way. I'm so excited, and I love you to bits and pieces. Thank you so much for your support, for your love. I am because you are. Thank you so much, and take care of yourself. Until I see you in my next video, take care of you. Bye bye now.